met, I'm going to say maybe a year ago, maybe not quite a year ago. At the time it was Success Champions Network that we were together there. Now we're together in the Idea Lab for Entrepreneurs with Suzanne Taylor King. And one of the things that Carolyn and I love to do is like talk about the techie stuff and geek out about the techie stuff. And like, have you tried this? And have you tried that? And what are you trying new? And we both have shiny object syndrome. Am I saying that correctly, Carolyn? Would you agree?
I would agree.
We're just like, what? Show me that. Wait, show me that. So last week I was asking Carolyn to show me the platform that she's been working on with Suzanne Taylor King. It's Growth Tools is the name. Growth Tools through Idea Lab for Entrepreneurs. I had been talking to many people about what their favorite, so I'm just going to go my experience because this is going to take you in a whole different place. I was looking for a way to do my social media planning that was easy and consistent and would allow me to continue to post for my clients as well. So I have 3 clients that I've had for 14 years that I do their posting for. And I wanted to be able to continue to do that without having to buy extra users and all that. Anyway, so Carol was like, oh yeah, you can totally do that. Like $47 a month on Growth Tools. And you can have, and wait till I show you guys what I have here. And she said, but Susan, it does all these other things too. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to get overwhelmed. Don't tell me all the things yet. Let's save it for the Rise Above Noise group. So if you are listening to this and you are feeling like, I'll tell you how I am, right? So this is how I was. I have Kajabi. Kajabi can do all the things, but because I've also got Constant Contact, I do a lot of my email through there, only because I've been I've been a Constant Contact partner for, 12 years or something like that. And to me, it's just like brushing my teeth. It's easy. Kajabi is easy as well. Okay. Oh, and then there's Honeybook to do my scheduling and to take my client notes and to send and to keep track of emails. And I do use the Honeybook scheduler, but every now and then I go over to Calendly. And I don't know if you guys are all like this, right? And then there's Trello and there's all the things, and then you have to keep signing into things. Oh, I forget your password, double authentication, like all the things take up those precious minutes, right, of the day. So, so I wanted to just show you. First, I'm going to, well, I don't know. I can show you what I'm going to do with the Idea Lab Growth Tools. And I am going to scratch the surface because I don't want to be overwhelmed myself. I'm going to use it for social media. I'm going to show you that. And then I've asked Carolyn to kind of come in and tell me what else I should be looking at. Did I say everything correctly, Carolyn? Am I on task here?
Yeah, absolutely.
I am not going to be here. So for the next 2 months, I'm going to use it for marketing only. Now, here's what I love about it. There's 2 clients that I still post for. So I have their social media, their Instagram, their Facebook, and one of them uses LinkedIn. And I can post right from this to all of those. I can schedule them out. Here's what I also loved about it was that I can make updates to the Google business profiles. It used to be called Google My Business. This alone was worth the $47 for me because I was committed to, for my catering company, I would go in every week and put an update in. All right, so what? So it's only 5-7 minutes a week, but it's 5-7 minutes, right? Like now I can do all of my thinking at one time. There's more to this. I'm just scratching the surface of it. I like being able to see this, right? You can see the list or you can see this. Now, I don't think I do have something scheduled, right? So this is scheduled into a group. I love that I can schedule posts into the different Facebook groups, even if I'm not an administrator. I believe that. I'm going to double check. But I'm like, oh, okay, so Monday at 7. Nope, I want that to go Tuesday at 7. Oh, didn't work. Oh, now I don't know. Now I'm saying
I know
something.
it was doing it. I was having the same problem this morning. I don't know if this
Oh,
is a
okay, so
update
usually it
or what,
works.
but it was dragging and dropping, and now it's been like,
Yeah, okay, so maybe it's a little glitchy today. My computer's been glitchy though, too. So this for me alone is worth the $47 a month for this, but there's all these other things. So I'm going to ask Carolyn to share her screen and to tell me what her clients are loving about this. The reason Carolyn knows so much about this is she, for years, did pipelines and funnels and helping people get set up on Kartra. But then again, it didn't have all the things. So then she, then they had to do the different platforms. She's now working within the Idea Lab from entrepreneurs, and of course on her own too, setting people up on this. So if you're like, that dashboard looks so confusing to me, you could work with Carolyn to set you up on this, and then she'll just tell you what you need to do, right? You don't need to go in and do all the setup things. Am I saying that correctly, Carolyn?
yes,
Okay.
that is an add-on service where I will connect your website, connect your email, upload your emails, and we'll work together to make sure that your payment processor's connected, your analytics are connected, all of those things will go together, one-on-one through your account and make sure everything is set up.
Awesome.
So this is an account that I have for my novel writing. So I've been using this as a little bit to experiment and play around with stuff. So as you can see, I am also in the social media scheduler right now, and I have been planning out a lot of posts because I'm ramping up for a novel launch. But beyond
Is
the
this
social
wait, Carolyn, is this your novel? Oh my God, you are no slacker. Amazing.
So beyond the social media, there's actually so much more that you can do in here. And you can really make this your all-in-one for where you're hosting your website, where you're doing all your email marketing, where you're tracking opportunities and all of that CRM stuff. So I'm just going to go through a few of these key tabs. The sites tab is where you've got funnels and websites. And so a funnel here is like, you can add the steps and it will just go from one step to the next step to the next step to the next step, however you want to put it together. But you can also do that on websites, because I don't really understand why a lot of these places have a separate funnel place from a website place, but I think maybe it just helps people to like visualize that funnel.
I think Kajabi's the same way. They call it pipelines and pages.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, why are you all of a sudden not working? Come on.
Oh yeah, it looks like it's taking its time.
Okay, so there's some settings in here. You can set your own domain, unlimited domains on Growth Tools. As many websites as you want, you can put in there.
And to be clear about that, you already owned ruthmadisonbooks.com.
Correct. You do need to pay for these domains, and that's something that, you've probably heard of GoDaddy. There's also Namecheap, and there's even Google domains where you purchase basically what the web address is going to be, and it should not cost you more than like $20 a year. Like these, occasionally there's really popular ones and it's like, oh, $3,000. Like, no.
Yeah.
Mine are mostly, I think, $12 a year. Why?
I have another quick question for you. If my domain is riseabovenoise.com and my site is hosted on Kajabi, which it is, I see myself moving things over to this platform within the next year or year and a half. That won't be my priority, but Kajabi is $110 a month for me, right? So if I can use
Yeah, I can
this
get
tool,
all
which
of
is
this
amazing to me, but can I have so Kajabi is hosting my site. Can I also create pages and extensions in here using that as well?
What you're talking about is subdomains.
Yes.
Absolutely, you can do that.
Okay, cool.
So you would set it up in the settings section, when you're adding a new domain. So a subdomain is, instead of www, you might say courses.riseabovenoise.com,
Gotcha.
whatever word you want in there. And you set this stuff up where you purchase the domain. So that
Gotcha.
connects them, and so they can communicate with each other.
And is that, for people who are familiar with this, is that your DNS settings?
That's correct, yes.
Thank you.
So now we're over here in the settings and integrations. I'll come back to that because it looks like we're working now. So the pages are very easy to drag and drop and add different things to. You can start typing the text. You can change all sorts of things about it over here. You can change the font right from here, which is something that Kajabi kind of irritates me, because like you have to choose your font somewhere else, and then you only have access to the ones you chose.
Yes.
You can move around all of the padding and spacing, see how it's going to look on mobile. You can create, this is a global section. So I created this header, and now if I create a new page and I drag this header in, any changes I make will update to that header every page that it's on.
Fabulous.
Yeah. And then there's some, you can save some of the sections to be templates to use on different pages as well. Obviously, there's buttons, there's countdown, there's forms. You can set a pop-up. This one is for a free story.
Amazing.
When people fill out that form, you can decide what happens next. They can go to a thank you page. They can just get a success message. You can start an email automation sequence from here. So these are all these different workflows. Like if you sign up for that free story, it triggers when the form is submitted. It's going to add a tag to tell me that these are people who requested this free story, in case I want to speak just to those people in the future. Sends an email from my email address. I still have a Yahoo account. It's a really old name, and it's attached. I can add the attachment right there.
Beautiful.
That sends out to people. Then it waits a day or 2 days, and then it sends the next email. And at the end of that, it adds a newsletter tag, so that then they can go into my regular list. There's tons of different actions that you can perform with these workflows.
I love what you just showed me for so many reasons. First of all, you made it so nice and clear. Like sometimes I'm like, what workflows? But one of the things that you just showed me that actually I've always been frustrated, unless I'm missing something, and I've been with Constant Contact, like I said, probably 14 years. When somebody signs up for one of my freebies, there's not that flow where they're not added to my weekly email. You know what I mean? So they're immediately added to my weekly email, which I prefer what you're showing, right? I want people to get my nurturing, my welcome emails before they get my weekly emails, because they don't know me yet, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Thank you for that.
that's an optional thing. Over here under marketing is where your email campaigns are.
Mhm.
So this is like a broadcast. This goes out to a whole big group, and I have like no one on my list, so it's going to be hard to demonstrate this because this is I'm just setting it up. But when you are choosing who to send it to, you can send it to every contact you have, but smarter to tag some people. And I use the tag newsletter. You can use whatever you want. So when people finish welcome sequences, they go onto the tag newsletter. And then when I'm sending out the newsletter, I just send it to people who are tagged that. And it's really interesting. You can't see it here because I have no people, but it will actually ask you if you're scheduling it for a different time. Let's see if it'll show up. It will. You can choose whether people who arrive on your list in the meantime get sent that or not.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool too.
I love that.
And I have not really played around with what batch schedule or RSS schedule does. I've just done send now or schedule. The email builder is also obviously a drag and drop, so you can really design it and make a really pretty newsletter.
Have you been happy with the design for the emails?
I have been, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if it will actually. So sometimes I run into this problem where it's not like registering.
Oh, interesting.
And My clients tell me they are not having that issue, so I don't know. I spoke to customer service or support about it, and it has something to do with my cache. So
Oh,
when
yeah.
it happens, I have to use it in an incognito window. I
Oh, yeah, yeah. Or just clear your cache, which then you have to sign into everything again is a pain.
absolutely hate doing that.
Yeah. So, all right, where are we now? Oh, so we're in
So the
marketing.
marketing tab, these 3 tabs are where I spend almost all of my time. So this is where the social planner is. This is where the emails are. This is where the affiliate manager is.
Yes, tell
So
me
if
about
you
that.
want to offer somebody a commission
Dude.
for selling your products, this is where you would do that.
And I imagine you have to have your products within this system. It's not like I could sell my Kajabi product and give an affiliate.
No.
Okay, that's okay. It's easy enough.
I'm like thinking about, is there a way to do that?
Yeah, yeah. No,
So payments here, this is where you would set up your products. So we've got
yeah.
products here, but you can also do the invoices like Honeybook here.
Oh,
Recurring invoices. You can set
do
up.
you know if it integrates with QuickBooks Online?
Let's check out integrations.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, and
Mhm.
Slack too. That's cool. If you're working with a VA, that's great. If you're working with a VA who works on Slack, that's a good way to be able to just go boop and give and assign them a task.
Yeah, there's tasks within here too. So you can also do the calendar like Calendly. Um, and connect your Google Calendar so you can set up all those different kinds of appointments. But then when you have a contact, I have one contact. Um, you can make
You know
notes.
what I noticed? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I had hooked it up just to play with it last week, hooked it up to all my stuff. Super easy to hook it up to my email because I do my email through Gmail.
Mm,
Oh no, and Rise Above Noise. So that was through GoDaddy, which is using Outlook. But where was I going to say? Oh, and then when I was direct messaging people in Instagram, they were automatically added to my contacts. What? It was amazing.
so that shows up here. You can like monitor your conversations from social media right in the
Yes.
pretty amazing. You can individually email people, which I've never seen in an all-in-one platform before. Usually it's like mass email or automated email, but you can just
Yep.
choose a contact and send them a message.
Yeah.
And you can add tasks and notes to people.
Oh, I
So
love that. All right. So that's like in Honeybook as well.
I can, and you can have unlimited staff with their own login and profile, and then you'd be able to assign them or assign them a calendar, put in a due date, and you'll see your tasks here.
All right. So now we can add to that, right? ClickUp, Trello, Slack, all the things.
Yeah, then of course you've got like you can create these pipelines of however your workflow goes with how you talk to somebody. If it's like first you meet them and then you get on a virtual coffee with them and then you talk about business with them, and you can drag and drop them along here, and it'll show what their value is, so you can see like how much do you have in pending opportunities, and you can create as many pipelines as you want. They can be all different styles of however you drag and drop people.
Amazing.
There's just so much. Also under sites, we have blogs, so you can
Yeah,
blog
let's
on
talk
here.
about that.
You can create forms, you can create surveys, you can create courses.
Oh, yeah. Let's look at that. Courses and offers, both, right? Like products and offers. I love this.
Yeah, I haven't used the offers very much because I use the payments tab, and it's kind of the same thing that you create
Okay.
a product. I believe the offers are for if you want to like make a special deal on your course for some.
Well, click where it says create product. Mine show when you go over to the right, the blue button.
Mhm.
I love this, that it even gives you ideas, right? For a quick course or a longer course, a membership, and then it's got these templates in
And they're
here.
all the same basic components.
See, this
And
is just like Kajabi, you guys.
so you can
Yep.
select video, you can do a thumbnail, you can put whatever text information. You can add files, like if there's a workbook to download. And you have 3 different kind of styles that you can choose from.
Oh, good. That was going to be another question I asked you, is what kind of templates were available. That's great.
Yeah, so I think this one's probably the one that's most. Look at it more closely. Yeah, so that goes down the side. Ah, now that's a classic one.
Right. I love that it's so simple. This is amazing. I think, did I already mention I pay $109 for Kajabi, and that's, I think I only am allowed 3 products, maybe 5 products.
So
Must be
much
fun.
in growth tools is unlimited. It's just blows my mind. I mean,
Yes.
$47 a month is a crazy good price, which is why I'm all in on this one. So you can put your details about the course, and then, like I said, that's for like special offers.
I like that it does forms and surveys too. Because
And
I've
you
been
were
trying
asking
to
about limitations.
stitch mine together. Yeah, go ahead.
So I would say that it doesn't do quizzes as well as like a dedicated quiz funnel platform.
Gotcha.
And you can do some of that with the surveys, but you might have to get creative.
Yeah, gotcha.
But this is like, for the growth tools, we have an onboarding survey. So you would fill out one of these things that will give me information that I need to get your account set up.
Mhm.
This one is about getting an advanced reader team together for a novel. Then you can see the submissions, you can see the stats, how many people have filled it out. Nobody, if I'm just getting started. Then of course, forms are any kind of like opt-in. What else? So let's take a look at some of the triggers in the workflows. So it's got some suggested ones here. I always start from scratch. I haven't really looked that much at the suggested ones, but it might give you some ideas of cool workflows you could have. But any of these things will start off a workflow. So appointment, somebody books an appointment and you can have a workflow that sends them more details. That's really built into the calendar system though. Trying to think what else you would want to send them.
Well, I had one when I was in Dubsado. I haven't figured it out in Honeybook yet, because they didn't have it. Now I think they have it, and I haven't spent the time to learn, because as soon as somebody scheduled a discovery call with me, they would receive a questionnaire and a video from me, and I think another resource. So that's good to have that.
Yes. And this can be internal stuff too. You can add a task, if somebody filled out this form, then create a task for Carolyn to go make them an account. You can also integrate your phone number and do SMS through here, but I have not tried it yet.
Oh, interesting.
You do text.
Constant Contact started doing that, and I think then they stopped, or whatever it was. I'm not buying into it over there. Yeah. The other thing I tried on this one, and it worked, but I shut it off, was you can add a chat bot to your website. And whether or not you have AI answers to frequently asked questions, I've been working with a few website designers who have, and like lead generation experts, and they've said that just the fact of people being able to interact with your site that way increases their conversions, either increases their contact us form or calls in, on their calendar. Yeah, this kind of thing. So cool.
Yeah, I definitely want to start playing around with having that as well. I have not.
Well, I think too that I'll be able to, first it'll just be this, right? Like, just how can I help you? Somebody will be in touch with you soon, right? Or I'm usually respond within 24 to 48 hours. But I also can see it where I put in some keywords like, I don't know, subject lines or something like that. And I can say, oh, here's a resource you might enjoy, and then bring them over to one of my free webinars or my free resources.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. All right, let me see if I had any other questions for you over here. Oh, will you click on reputation?
Yes. So this is the Google profile kind of stuff like you were talking about.
Yeah.
So you can ask people to put a review up, and you can see all the trends of how many reviews you have on your Google site and all that sort of thing. This is like an upgrade option that I don't know exactly what it does.
Oh, Yext, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, don't do it. I mean, I think if you're a larger company.
$9 a month by itself. Look at that. Golly. Premium backlinks.
I have set up clients on Yext. I don't think that, particularly my client, like the solopreneurs, I don't think it's that useful for us.
Yeah.
Send review request. I have noticed that I think I'm only able to do this for myself, not for my client. I was only able to attach one so far, but that's okay. No worries.
Yeah, I don't know, because well, it may depend if you have a different staff member. So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
something else to look at, because I was able to set up a different Google account in my profile when I was on a client account, like logged into her account as myself.
Yeah.
I could add my own Google Calendar somewhere in this area.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So
I'll look for that.
if that works.
So good. So here's what I'm
So yeah,
taking
that's
from
the other
this.
thing with the staff. You can add as many people as you want to
Gosh.
be admins or users to help you.
I think this is good for companies who do have that, right? Who have maybe virtual assistants or even for myself. Well, I do have virtual assistants, but for just to organize everything under one place, not have to spend those minutes getting to like the minute you have to go sign in somewhere or you have to go use your authenticator and you're like, oh, I have to use my, oh, what's that text? Oh, I have a Facebook, like, and then you're lost, right? So anything that's going to keep me focused on work and keep me accountable for doing the work. So I think it's great for business owners who work alone, business owners who work with a remote team in particular. I also think this is a fantastic tool for virtual assistants, right? Because they're probably, I mean, this way they have all of their client stuff in one place and don't have to keep signing into Hootsuite, signing into Social Planner, signing into this, signing into that. They can do everything in one place.
Yeah. Yeah, the fact that you can do multiples of all of these social channels is amazing. They do have a TikTok and Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So I think those are all of the platforms that you can.
Well, and Google Business Profile.
And Google Business Profile, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a huge time saver for me as well. Amazing. So, again, Carolyn and I were talking about it and John was like, well, is there anything you don't like about it? She said, it's not as pretty. She said, the dashboard isn't as pretty as some of the fancy things that we've worked on. However, I will take this organization and this level of service abilities over pretty, right? Because sometimes the pretty makes it not work as well. And I'm really excited that you and I talked about the affiliate today, which I had not realized before.
Yeah.
So can you click on your reporting for a second? I'm just curious. Does that just go right to your Google Analytics? Oh, Google Ads.
Yeah, I haven't actually connected my Google Analytics to this account, but when you do.
So it looks like it's only doing ads though, not just regular analytics.
Yeah, probably not.
I'll play with that a little bit. Oh, no, that's not for ads. You haven't been placing ads, so you've.
Well, this is sample. This is all sample. If only I had that many impressions and clicks.
I know, pretty impressive, Ruth Madison Books.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's just ads here or not, but.
Yeah, I'll play with that as well. All right, so anybody who's interested, I've got the, I'll be putting the link up there to sign up through my affiliate, or you can reach out to Carolyn. When when you do use the link that I'm sharing, it's a bit.ly/, I think it's RAN-growth-tools. You'll see it there. What that's going to do is it's going to bring you to be able to purchase the platform for $47 a month, and then keep scrolling down, because then you get a special offer to work with Carolyn to set you up in the system. And there's a couple of different options for that as well.
I can show you what it will look like.
There you go.
So when you do this, you just come over here and put in your info, and then you can decide if you want to add on with this done for you account setup.
Imagine the time saving if Carolyn just does that for you and you don't have to, and then she just tells you what to do. That's going to save you a ton of time. I know sometimes people are like, oh, $500, I can do it myself. How many hours is that? Don't. You're going to make yourself cry. Have Carolyn do it. The other thing I know, Carolyn, that you offer, I don't think we talked about this before this, but I know we have in the past, is, you slid right over the whole funnel mapping thing. But that's something you offer as a service. And if people are like, I don't even know what she's talking, like, I have a lot of stuff, but it's not organized properly. I don't have these automations, these workflows set up. Also, just schedule a call with Carolyn, because this is where she spends all of her time.
Yes. So I do these funnel mapping strategy sessions where we talk over your business, and I lay out the perfect funnel path for where you need to go next. So that is available on my website here from financiallyfreeauthor.com/funnel-.
I'll put that link in the show notes as well. And then I often have this tendency, which I just did, which was like, look at this great stuff. Look at Carolyn. She's amazing. I just want to say, and so people are like, well, what do you do, Susan? What do you do? So I do help people kind of get their big picture together, figure things out so that they understand, I need a funnel. I should go work, where do they start, so that they're not pulling things out of thin air. Like, work with me, figure out where you want to go, how you want to get there, and then I'm going to guide you to the right resources for that. I do spend most of my time helping my clients figure out what are they going to do that's going to protect their time and energy, and is going to allow them to show up. That's marketing. We talk about that all the time. Anytime you hear the word marketing, you can just replace that with showing up. And how are you going to show up with consistency on a regular basis in a way that gives you energy, doesn't suck your energy? And then once you're grounded in that, and you understand that, and you have the path to go, then you can take the steps to implement whatever tools you decide upon.
Mm-hmm.
Carolyn, thank you so much for showing us this, taking time off from your busy day of being an author and a pipeline funnel person and doing all the things, and a video. Check her out on YouTube. I'll put the link in there too. She always has good stuff on her YouTube.
I have lots of how to use growth tools and similar platforms on there too.
Yes. Yeah. Because once you know one, you kind of can see the similarities in it. But I like the way that this one has been designed specifically for entrepreneurs. And in particular, I think really great for, like I said, virtual assistants, but also I think for like coaches and consultants who are, they're either looking to have something simple to get those one-to-one clients, or they're ready to scale up and start having the products and the courses and the group coaching, right? The memberships. And they're like, oh, another $100-something for Kajabi. Oh, another this, another that, like everything being right here. I think it's super awesome.
Yeah.
Super awesome.
I've never seen it for this price. It's like minimum $100 a month for every other one I've ever seen that includes all this stuff.
Yeah. Carolyn, thank you so much. Great to see you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys.